And good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the Blind Press YouTube channel and coffee stream number 389. I hope you guys had a great weekend and I hope you guys are enjoying your Monday. It's actually pretty nice where I am right now. It's not too cold. It's gonna be 17 degrees Celsius today. That's the high. Um, so yeah, it's a gorgeous day. I'm probably gonna go for a walk um, after this is done, just to get some fresh air. Where is the pause button? Here it is. And so yes, it's a great day. It's a really nice day. I've done my morning workout already this morning, um, and I've eaten, and I have some coffee here that DuckDog sent me. He sent me breakfast blend and some flavored coffee. I'm drinking the breakfast blend right now. And it's actually really tasty. It's got like um a really nice flavor, a really nice full flavor. It's not like too bitter or burnt or anything like that. It's just a very interesting um and it's not weak either. It's a good strong coffee, but it's not, it's very very flavorful, and I thought it was going to taste a little bit bad cuz when you open it it smells like it's been roasted a lot, but I don't think it's a dark roast coffee. It doesn't. Spaghetti day in the cove. Ah. To finish the last of wine from the box. How many Falcons does it take to screw in a light bulb? Approximately 1.0000000000000000000. And Grillin' Pirate Pete also points out that today is William Shatner's birthday. So happy birthday, sir. You are amazing and an awesome, awesome troll on Twitter. I love it. I love reading William Shatner's Twitter feed. Oh, Ninja, would you like to leave? Yes? Okay. You're welcome. Out you go. Okay. This flavor is it's just it's just a normal coffee flavor. It's a breakfast blend coffee. I can't remember the flavor of the flavored coffee that DuckDog sent, but I think the company is Bird Dog coffee, and it's really tasty. Hello, Costin. I'm gonna record an actual review video of the flavored coffee. All right. Pincalo has sent some stories for us to read. So let's get into those. Where are we here? Where are my Pincalo messages? There are my Pincalo messages. So, what else was I going to say? Any promotional stuff I need to get out of the way? Oh, yes. The link tree is in the description of the stream. And of course you can find all of the ways to support the channel there. And if you subscribe to the OnlyFans or the Patreon, you automatically get the 25% off code for the coffee stream merch. So there's that. Okay. What's the first story we've got here? Oh, here we go. Okay. All right. All right, let's get to the share screen button. Share the screen. All right, here we go. So, let's make sure that the microphone is near to the computer. Okay. So this headline says, Facebook to launch parent-controlled Instagram for children under 13. A spokesperson says the goal is to create a safe platform with children where they can stay in touch with their friends and find new hobbies. You should have done this in the first place, Facebook. You should have done this in the first place. Okay, let's take a listen.
Although Instagram currently requires that users must be at least 13 years old, children increasingly ask their parents to join apps that help them connect with their friends. Photo by Lionel.
Yes.
Facebook Incorporated is building a version of the photo sharing tool Instagram specifically for children under the age 13, an effort to get its popular products into the hands of the next generation of internet users. The new app was announced internally Thursday but is not yet launched. Instagram currently requires that users must be at least 13 years old. BuzzFeed News previously reported on Instagram Kids. You are currently heading level 2. Distro scale. Advertisement.
Instagram
Heading
Kids,
level 2.
huh?
More link. Heading level 3. Next item is Instagram, bought by Facebook almost a decade ago for $1 billion, has become one of its most popular products at a time when its main social networking property has failed to resonate with some younger users. Increasingly kids are asking their parents if they can join apps that help them keep up with their friends, Joe Osborne, a Facebook spokesman, said in a statement.
Yes, and parents are saying yes because seems almost wrong for the coffee stream to not offer mugs. Yeah, we need to get a mug going. Do you have coffee mugs in your store? We've got coffee mugs. See, we have two stores. We've got the Streamlabs store where you can get coffee mugs. And then we do have a Teespring mug, but it's not, it doesn't say Coffee Stream on it. It's a mug that has my eyes on it. If you go to the Linktree Grill and Pirate Pete and go to where it says mugs, you can see the mug there. But unfortunately, it's not part of the Coffee Stream thing. But it's pretty cheap, actually. It's 20 Canadian dollars, which means it would probably be about 15 for you. And it's a picture of my eyes on the mug, and it says, "I can see you."
Story continues below. We're exploring bringing a parent-controlled experience to Instagram to help kids keep up with their friend.
And they should have done this already.
Right now there aren't many options for parents, so we're working on building additional products, like we did with Messenger Kids, that are suitable for kids, managed by parents. We're exploring bringing a parent-controlled experience to Instagram to help kids keep up with their friends, discover new hobbies and interests, and more.
Yeah, you should have done that already.
Messenger Kids is a version of Facebook's messaging app for preteens. That app includes a number of parental controls, but a flaw previously allowed some kids to chat with people their parents had not approved. The incident sparked concern from regulators that it didn't adequately protect children.
Well, not if the kids are allowed to chat with people they didn't know.
Link. View on National Post. List 4 items.
So yeah, good for them for doing that, but they should have already done it. There should be stuff like that, because this is the problem. You have, especially on apps like Instagram and TikTok and stuff, you're getting more and more kids who are getting around the TOS by having their parents sign up. And it's ridiculous. And this is where oh shit, there's icing on my shirt. Oh. They should have already done that. it's not, you know, I don't know what else to say. It's something that should have been done a long time ago. Especially because, you know, kids need to be kept safe and parents need to know what's going on. Parents still need to know what's going on. Just like the internet is a new thing, but it's we still have a duty to keep our kids safe. Just because they're online and in our houses doesn't mean that they can't get up to trouble. And we need to understand that as parents. So we absolutely should be keeping an eye on what's going on. And if there's a way to do that with this Instagram Kids, then absolutely it should be used. But yeah, it definitely should have been put out a long time ago in the interest of child safety. So we've got another story from Pink Hollow here, and it's an odds and ends story. So there's a few little mini stories in this article. So let's see here. Odds and ends, slide stealer, and other offbeat offerings. So this is, so like I said, this is just a collection of weird stories here. Okay.
Man allegedly steals playground slide, found attached to bunk bed.
Oh my god. Okay.
Every kid wanted a slide attached to their bed at one point during their childhood.
Yeah.
YouTube video. YouTube end up. YouTube. A lucky kid in Washington state likely enjoyed the tree. Too bad the slide was allegedly stolen. Chrome has
Oh man.
While searching a mobile home for stolen catalytic converters recently, Det. Julie Lee, of the Pasco Police Department, discovered a gigantic playground slide attached to the side of a bunk bed. The 400-pound slide was allegedly stolen from a playground in December.
They go in looking for catalytic converters and find a slide. Oh my god. How did that not pull the bed down? A 400-pound slide. How did that not pull the bed down?
In a Facebook post, Pasco police noted the slide had been modified to be hooked up to the top of the bunk inside a child's bedroom.
I mean, bravo for modification, but don't steal a slide from a playground.
Story continued. Third party safe frame end up. Facebook frame 2 end up. Cops say that when she, Lee, came face to face with a 400-pound playground slide inside a kid's bedroom in a mobile home in Burbank, she knew what she had, police wrote in the post. Just like Pepperidge Farms, Detective Julie Lee remembered. Cops say the slide likely was a challenge to move from the playground, noting the top was swept off, repainted and mounted to the bed. Pasco's Parks and Recreation Department showed up to the mobile home to recover the stolen playground equipment.
Oh my god. Jesus Christ. I mean, bravo points for MacGyvering it, but oh my god, that's just crazy.
Cops also notedly allegedly found the stolen catalytic converters too with the help of some colleagues. Dustin Allen Bushnell, 31, was arrested for possession of stolen property.
I bet he was.
Eric Dean Warren, photo by handouts.
Next story. Here's the next story.
Bit busy.
Oh my god, that's just too funny. Daddy, why are they taking my slide away? Oh my god. That's just too funny. Come on, Chrome. Come on, don't go busy on me now. Really? You're gonna frickin' seize up on me? Is that what you're gonna do? Well, that's not very nice of you. At all. I'm very displeased. Let me refresh this page and see if I can get it to cooperate. There we go. Okay, now I'm probably going to have to go and reshare the screen. Yeah, I'm going to have to reshare the screen. All right. Why have you started to slow down? There we go. Okay, I'm gonna check and see if it's on, if I need to reshare it. Because chances are I will, because I refreshed the page. Okay. That's frustrating. Oh, no, it's still sharing. Okay, good. Yay, it didn't stop. All right, let's try and get to the next story here. All right. Where is the next story? Okay, here we go. Next
Photo by
story.
Man drove dealership CR to rob bank. Tried to use money to buy CR.
Man drove dealership car to rob bank. Tried to use money to buy car. Oh my god. Hey, selected boy.
A man from Texas really wanted that BMW. So he used a loaner car from a car dealership to drive to a bank and rob it, then return to the dealership to buy a car with the newly illegally acquired cash.
Oh my god. This is like straight out of that show, America's Dumbest Criminals.
Dion Warren, 50, was sentenced to 20 years in prison on March 9th after pleading guilty to bank robbery, which occurred in the summer of 2019, according to the link. Attorney's Office of Northern State of Texas.
At least he pled guilty. At least he didn't try to be like, no, I didn't do it. Oh my god, what a moron.
Warren was in the midst of finalizing a deal to buy a BMW when he needed some extra cash to seal the deal. That's when he borrowed the dealership car to head to a bank, where he walked up to a teller and passed him a threatening note demanding $10,000.
Wow. Dude, if you can't afford the car, you can't afford the car. Like, seriously. Yeah, he is desperate.
YouTube video. Family and up. Unmute video. 50 story continues below. Third-party ad content. Frame 5. And up. Third-party ad. While that was happening, the dealership learned of the bank robbery. A dealership employee realized the company's loaner vehicle matched the description of the car used in the robbery. Cops were called and Warren was arrested.
Jesus Christ, this guy is so stupid. Oh man, did you not think the dealership would not like have a TV somewhere in there and not recognize their own car? Oh my Jesus.
Upon being cuffed, Warren was found with more than $5,000 in his possessions along with a painted pellet gun.
He didn't even have a real gun. Oh man. He would at least think to save some money before buying a vehicle. Yeah, well. You would think, but hey.
Richard in the TV show RoboCop, N.A. This mayor wants a RoboCop statue in his town. You are currently on...
Oh my god. Okay.
Chrome has a new window.
This mayor wants a RoboCop statue in his town. Oh boy, okay.
Actor Peter Weller can be considered an idol in his hometown of Stevens Point, Wis. So much so that the town's mayor, Mike Wizza, wants to erect an 11-foot-tall statue of Weller's most iconic film role, RoboCop, in front of the police station or in a park after it was rejected by a museum in Detroit, me.
Why not just a statue of the man? Why do you have to put a statue of RoboCop? That's...
Weller portrayed a cyborg police officer in the 1987 film, which was set in a futuristic crime-filled Detroit. Fans of the movie in Detroit crowdfunded to raise $70,000 to have a RoboCop statue commissioned. The link. Associated Press reported. Chrome has new... The statue was created and was scheduled to appear at the Michigan Science Center in Detroit, but they rejected it last month, stating the museum needed to concentrate its resources somewhere else during the pandemic.
Well, it's not very sciencey.
Wizard told. Link. Wisconsin Public Radio. He's been making calls to the artists in hopes of bringing the RoboCop statue to Stevens Point. The mayor has even called Weller's family to see if the actor would endorse the statue in his hometown.
If I was him, I'd be like, no. If you must memorialize me, I want a statue of me, not a statue of RoboCop. RoboCop in front of the police station. LOL, what? Let's see. Was there only one dealership in town? Even small towns tend to have a couple dealerships. Why go back to the same one? I don't know, because he's stupid. I believe the statue is already created, so the city is supporting the arts to try and buy. Yeah, that's a good point.
The mayor was hit with some disappointment after one of the artists who created the statue told him he wants to keep RoboCop in Detroit.
Yeah.
Story continues the third party. Frame 6 and up. But Wiz said he's not giving up just yet. Visitors eat bratwurst sausages on German Unity Day, tagged Arducinin Lead, on October 3rd, 2000.
Oh no. Okay. Here's the next story.
DNA left behind by hungry burglar on sausage leads to his capture.
Okay. DNA left behind on sausage leads...
All it took was one bite of a sausage to solve a nearly decade-old burglary case. Cops in the town of Schwelm, Germany, said the DNA found on a half-eaten piece of sausage matched that of a man who was arrested in France for an unrelated crime.
Dude, just eat the whole sausage.
According to the link, Associated Press, Schwelm cops said on March 11th the piece of meat belonged to the victim of the burglary, and that the 30-year-old suspect allegedly chomped a piece out of it during the March 2012 break-in. Chrome has...
Oh my god, you just randomly, oh look, here's some bratwurst, I'm hungry. Oh man. Wow, that's just too funny.
It's not known what kind of sausage was involved, although cops hinted it was a hard variety. German cops were notified that their French counterparts had taken matching DNA sample from a man reportedly involved in a violent crime. However, Schwelm cops say the suspects may escape punishment in the burglary case if the statute of limitations has expired.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Link. View on Toronto.
So that's mishmash of strange stories. Oh my goodness. That's just too funny, some of those things. Let's see. What the hell was he doing by leaving his DNA behind during a robbery? Being an idiot? What in the fuck, LOL? Yeah. What's this? Okay, so this article is going to clear up a bit of some of the misconceptions about the because there's been going around things going around saying that, you know, oh, there's this father who's been arrested for misgendering his kid in Canada, and this is just Canadian, you know, whatever. No, this is gonna clarify all of that. It's gonna clarify that and why he was arrested. Oops. Okay. So I'm sure you guys have heard of this on like Monkey in the Morning or Lords of the Night. But this is going to clarify it a little bit. BC father arrested, held in jail for repeatedly violating court orders over child's gender transition therapy. He is alleged to have revealed of information about his child's mental health, medical information, or treatments, and gave information that could reveal the family's identity. That's why he's being arrested. Not because he's misgendering his child. Because he's breaking court orders that are there to protect the child's safety. So let's take a read of this article.
A BC father who objects to his teenage child's gender transition therapy was arrested on Tuesday and put in jail until at least Friday for repeatedly speaking publicly about aspects of the case. The father, known as CD, has been charged with criminal contempt for allegedly violating court orders and is being held in custody until a bail hearing on Friday. The criminal charge is one that, if found guilty, could see him spend as much as 5 years behind bars.
Now, if you are worried about your child being or going through a gender transition, if they are prepubescent or pubescent, that's one thing, right? And that's a valid thing to be concerned about because you want what's best for your kid and you don't want them to make a mistake that they may end up regretting when they get older. However, you shouldn't go around spreading your kids' medical information and mental health information all over the internet. That is a big no-no. That is not something you should do as a parent. That I don't understand why that would make you. It's his child, so he could. No, he's not revealing his child's gender, Selective Boy. He's revealing medical information. He's revealing the treatments. He's revealing the status. He's talking about the child's mental health. And this child is like, there's like, I don't really talk about stuff that's going on with my kids medically. I may talk about, they got hurt or something like that, right? But I don't, talk about my kids, if they're having medical issues, right? That's because, there are some things that you just need to keep out of the internet. And if you're concerned about your child's gender transition, if you're concerned about your child's gender transition, and especially if you're in a custody battle, because that's what this seems like, is if you're in a custody battle with your ex over this, keep your mouth shut, right? You don't just keep your mouth shut. You fight your battle in court. Otherwise, shut up. Do you know what I mean? You don't run around talking about your court case. You don't run around talking about something that's in the courts. Just let the courts handle it. And afterwards, if the courts don't go in your favor, and you aren't ordered not to talk about it, because that is a thing, and the reason he was ordered not to talk about it is because of it's to protect the child. So if he wants to go around and disclose this information, then he doesn't want his child to be safe, which is kind of shitty of him.
BC father arrested, held in jail for repeatedly violating court orders over child's. GG83 group. You are
Where's
busy.
The story
busy.
Here? Come on.
IMA HDMA end up. GG8Ds _ frame 2. End up. D's_link. Track. The case stems from CD's battle to prevent his child, AB, as the child is known, from receiving gender transition hormone therapy. But what began as a family court dispute has now wound up in criminal charges due to allegations that CD is persistent in violating court orders. Chrome has...
Yeah.
The orders instruct him to not make public any information that would identify AB, or the medical professionals involved, to call AB by the child's preferred name and gender pronoun, and to not share his opinions of the case publicly. You are...
Yeah.
Heading Level 2. Advertisement. Story continue. Heading Level 2. The British Columbia Court of Appeal laid out the court order CD was to abide by in January 2020. Since then, the BC Prosecution Service alleges he has failed to do so on multiple occasions. In June 2020, CD gave an interview to a YouTube channel, where he's alleged to have identified healthcare providers, revealed information about AB's mental health, medical status or treatments, and gave out information that could reveal CD, AB, and the mother's identity. Pause.
Yeah, that's dangerous. Like, that's the thing. If you're giving out doxable information about your kid, like, that's... Yeah. And regardless of the Bill C-16 writer, he violated the court order on a publication ban. That's still publication, or that's still contempt. Yep. Oh, thanks, Girl and Pirate Pete. It came out to shipping and taxes. It came out to $20 for you. Awesome. Good. Thank you, my friend. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you enjoy your mug, sir.
He was charged.
I actually ordered a sample, and I can't wait for it to get here. I want one of my mugs.
He was charged with contempt of court, and that matter will come before the court in April.
Yeah, that is contempt of court.
On Tuesday, CD was back in court, arrested for allegedly breaching court orders again. The BC Prosecution Service told National Post that the subsequent breach of court order allegations are being treated as aggravating circumstances.
Yeah, they should be.
It does not necessarily follow that such conduct equates to the kind of psychological or emotional abuse that would constitute family violence.
Well, no.
He still faces just the one contempt of court charge, the prosecution service said. The case has become emblematic of the complex ethical and legal issues that arise in gender dysphoria cases, including who gets to make their own medical decisions, what role parents have to play, and at what age young people are able to make these life-changing decisions. You are correct.
Well, in Ontario, you are responsible for your medical care at 16. They give you, at least I got a form at 16 that I had to sign that was like, I am now responsible for my medical care. My parents are no longer responsible. All that stuff. So, I don't know what age that is in British Columbia. I think this child is, if I'm not mistaken, I think he's 14, or they're 14 right now, or I think this started when they were younger, but and this is where you get into how young is too young for gender transition therapy. And I personally, my opinion is that if you are under 18, you are too young. And even 18 is probably too young. Because you haven't had a chance to live your life. You haven't had a chance to figure out who you are. And what you like. And you know what I mean? Like, and if you end up figuring out that you are in fact not who you were born as, and then you would like to still transition, well, fine. But this whole on a whim, like, it almost feels like I'm on a whim type of thing. The kid is 14. The constitute of family violence is why it would be a Bill 16 issue. because that is the true deciding factor in the violation of C-16, not dead naming or misgendering. Yeah. Your brain has not even finished developing until roughly 26. Exactly, Pete. If you are, like, you need to figure out who you are before you take chemicals into your body to change your physiological makeup. I
While doctors and families usually work together to come to consensus on treatment plans, this case has wound its way through the courts, pitting parents and child against one another. Heading Level 2. Advertise. Story. This advertisement has not loaded yet. Heading Level 2. CD objects to AB, who was assigned female at birth, receiving gender transition treatments.
No, he was not assigned female at birth. They don't. Stop saying that. Stop saying that. This is a tangent, okay? Stop saying people are assigned their gender at birth. Stop it. Stop it, stop it, stop it. The doctor doesn't pull out the kid and go, I dub thee female. That's not, no. Stop it. It's not about the kid, though. That's where people are getting confused. You're right, honey. Remove the misgendering, he still is in breach. Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right.
Heading CD objects to AB, who was assigned female at birth, receiving gender transition treatments. The child's mother, EF, supports the child's treatments. You are currently on. At age 11, AB knew he was male and, at age 12, began to socially transition, says a 2020 court decision, enrolling in school under a chosen male name and using male pronouns with his teachers and peers. You are currently. EF took him to a number of psychologist appointments when the teen was 13, when persistent discomfort with his body led him to want to take steps to appear more masculine. By August 2018, AB had met with an endocrinologist setting out a hormone treatment plan.
No, okay, no. No. Nope, you're too young. Sorry. You're too young for a hormone treatment plan. I'm sorry that's, like, you just need, no. At this point, you're 13 years old. You're too young.
CD objected. In December 2018, CD went before the Provincial Court of British Columbia to prevent the treatment without his consent. That application successfully prevented AB from seeking treatment. Further applications were made before the Supreme Court of British Columbia by AB, who wanted to be declared able to make his own health decisions, and CD, who sought to prevent treatment and bar a variety of groups from counseling him regarding treatment. You are
No, you shouldn't. Okay. He should still, the child should still be allowed to receive counseling. They need to be as informed as possible. They should be getting counseling. They should be getting psychological help. They should be getting informed about what it is to transition, what it means to transition, the risks of transitioning. And they should learn about the brain development and the fact that brain development doesn't finish until you're in your 20s. It's... Anyone else notice how anorexia and bulimia no longer seem to be an issue since transgender became trendy? Very interesting point, Gremlin Pirate Pete.
On February 27, 2019, Justice Gregory Bowden ruled that AB was able to consent to medical treatment. In the ruling, the judge also issued a de facto publication ban, saying AB, CD, and EF's identities must remain anonymous. Heading Level 2.
Yeah, no, you're not old enough to consent. Not when you're 14.
This advertisement, Heading Level 2. In March 2019, there were 2 alleged breaches of the publication ban, and AB went to court to force media who had published articles to remove identifying information. Both breaches were apparently supported by CD, who had given interviews to both organizations, says the court documents of the decisions. In April 2019, AB went before Justice Francesca Marzari seeking a court order to prevent his father from speaking about his medical case publicly. CD countered that speaking about the case was important to society and to his rights as a parent.
See, there's a gray area there, because as a parent, you should be allowed to talk about what's going on, but if you can't figure out what not to share and you're endangering your kid and it's a custody battle and you are violating your court orders, then no, you don't get to say whatever you want.
Marjorie issued a protection order, forbidding CD from attempting to persuade AB to abandon treatment, from referring to him by his birth name and, among other conditions, from sharing information about the case and medical treatment with parties other than the court, lawyers and medical professionals. CD appealed. The court found the Bowden ruling was correct, that AB was able to consent to medical treatment. When it came to the Marjorie protection order, the court was less accepting, concluding the order, and its subsequent conditions, would have required a finding of family violence occurring. You are currently...
Yeah, no.
As concerning as CD's conduct was, however, it does not necessarily follow that such conduct equates to the kind of psychological or emotional abuse that would constitute family violence under the Family Law Act, the court found.
No, I wouldn't call it family violence either. I would say that this father is upset that his child is undergoing endocrinological changes and physiological changes, and he's just concerned that his child is too young to be making these decisions, but he doesn't have a right to put his kid in danger by revealing medical information that could dox him or her or
Heading
them.
level 2. Advertisement. Story. Heading level 2. But the court issued the conduct order, saying the father couldn't discuss his son's medical treatment, mental health or treatments with anyone other than legal counsel, doctors or others allowed by the court. The father also must refer to AB by his preferred name and pronouns. This order should not restrict CD's right to express his opinion in his private communications with family, close friends and close advisors, provided none of these individuals is part of or connected with the media or any public forum, and provided
Right.
CD obtain assurances from those with whom he shares information or views that they will not share that information with others, the court said.
Right. They're not saying he can't talk about it at all. They're just saying don't go on the internet, don't be interviewed, don't go on YouTube, don't go on TV.
Bullet email. You are currently... Link. Chrome has bullet email. This order should not restrict CD's...
So that's that
You are currently on a text
article.
element. 12:41 p.m. Selected all. Custom emojis. Full screen. 12:34 p.m. 12:37 p.m.
Okay.
Notice how anorexia and bulimia seem to longer be an issue since transgender became trendy. Almost like girls who suffer from body dysmorphia have found an accepted way to mutilate themselves. Clubhouse. Now. Matt Turner. 12:38 p.m. Selected Loy. At the Calendar Driving 800 point symbol. Chat.
All right.
12:40 p.m. Custom emojis.
Let's go find some news. Because that's all the news that Pink Hollow had for us. So let's go do some Google News. Let's take the last 20 minutes of the stream and find some Google News. Oh. Interesting, really. That's surprising. Okay, we're going to take a look at this. Oh, it put me back to the news article before I could share the screen. That's not very helpful. All right. China's or U.S. and allies announced sanctions against China and its officials, or against Chinese officials for serious abuses, human rights abuses against the Uyghurs. Good. Good. As they should. Play. Oh, is this just a video? I can't read this? I have to watch it?
They killed her son.
Well, it's an never mind. That's frustrating. So apparently there are sanctions on the US or on the Chinese, which is good. We should be calling them out. But I can't seem to read the article. It's just a stupid video. Oh, cuz it's CNN, that's why. There we go. Okay. There's a CTV article I can read. CTV is better with voiceover. It's CNN and voiceover do not work together. Just like the Independent and voiceover do not work together.
12:46 p.m. Selected boy. It's about time.
Yeah, it is about time, Selected Boy. Finally, yep.
DuckDog, I was busy doing stuff and missed the coffee review. How did you like it?
Oh, you were busy doing stuff and missed the breakfast blend is so good. I really like it. It's like a nice full flavor. It's it smells different though. Like it when you open it and it doesn't like it smells like way it smells more like it's been roasted more. But it doesn't taste like it. It doesn't taste like a dark roast. And I think it's so like I really like it, honestly. I'm glad you sent it to me. And I'm gonna do a video about the flavored coffee, like an actual video review of the flavored coffee.
Check. 12:48 p.m. Politico has an article that is all text.
Politico has an article that's all text. Oh, okay, thank you. CTV's got an article about what Canada sanctioned them for, so I'm gonna take a quick gander at that. Okay. Canada sanctions 4 Chinese officials over Xinjiang rights violations. Okay. So this is much easier to read. Yay, CTV. Okay.
Ottawa, Canada is imposing sanctions against 4 Chinese officials and 1 entity over human rights violations in China's Xinjiang region affecting ethnic Muslims, the Foreign Ministry said on Monday.
As it should.
The sanctions are being done in coordination with the United States and United Kingdom, and in solidarity with the European Union, Global Affairs Canada said in a statement. The EU imposed sanctions on 4 Chinese officials on Monday. You are currently on attack.
On the officials, not on the country. I just got told to go look up the generational thing. Oh, God.
Mount evidence points to systemic, state-led human rights violation by Chinese authorities, the statement said. Reporting by Steve Scorer and Julie Gordon in Ottawa. You are currently
That's it?
at level 2. Share.
That's it? Well, I guess that's all that's happened so far. But they should be imposing sanctions on the country, not on not on officials. Yeah, it should be, they should sanction the whole country. But they probably can't. They probably can't sanction the whole country. So they've got to start somewhere. Alright, let's read something else. What else does Google News have for us? Oh, even Australia is getting in on this. Australia is debating whether to sanction them. This is all about sanctions today. Oh. Let's see, let's find an article to read. Alright. So speaking of the sanctions.
12:52 p.m. WR Costin. Human rights are evil.
Human rights are evil. Not on China in general, just on... Yeah, just individuals, yeah. So, I think this is going to be the last article of the stream. So Michael Kubrick was one of the two Michaels that is being held in China, basically as punishment for our holding of their Huawei executive. Oh, I'm still sharing. Cool. So, okay. Trial of Michael Kubrick concludes with verdict to come later, Chinese court says. And this is from the CBC. Okay, here we go.
The trial of Canadian Michael Kubrick, who has been held in China for more than 2 years on espionage charges, wrapped up in a closed Beijing courtroom on Monday with the verdict to be announced at an unspecified later date. China arrested Kubrick, a former diplomat, and fellow Canadian Michael Spavor in December 2018, soon after Canadian police detained Meng Wanzhou, the chief financial officer of Chinese tech company Huawei, on a U.S. warrant.
Yeah.
Beijing insists the detentions are not linked to the arrest of Meng, who remains under house arrest in Vancouver as she fights extradition to the United States.
Bullshit! Bullshit! I call bullshit! Let's see. If you sanction the official, then the official can't speak on behalf of the country. That's true.
In a statement posted around 6:30 p.m. local time, the Beijing No. 2 Intermediate Court said Kubrick appeared with his lawyer to face charges for spying on state secrets and providing intelligence outside the country. The statement said the verdict, like the one for Spavor, who was tried on Friday, would be announced at a later date. The court said Kubrick's trial was held in private because the case involves state secrets.
I'm sure that's why.
We've requested access to Michael Kubrick's hearing repeatedly, but that access is being denied over national security reasons, said Jim Nicol, Target Affair at the Embassy of Canada in China, outside the court in Beijing. Now we see that the court process itself is not transparent. We're very troubled by this. You are currently on a text...
Well, of course it's not transparent. You're in China.
Nicol said Canada would be registering its protest at the lack of access with China's foreign ministry.
Oh, yeah. And you know what they'll say? They'll say, okay, we're sorry, and then do exactly what they're doing right now anyway.
Watch Vertical Line Canada. Play Media. Canadian Michael Kubrick was tried for espionage in a Beijing 1:45 U.S. In a show of solidarity, 28 diplomats from 26 countries, including the United States, United Kingdom, Germany, Australia, the Netherlands and Czech Republic, turned up outside the court on Monday, which was marked by a heavy police presence. U.S. President Joe Biden and Secretary of State Antony Blinken have said that dealing with the cases of Michael Kovrig and Michael Spavor, the United States will treat these two individuals as if they were American citizens, said Nicole. You are currently on.
Okay.
12:55 p.m. Streamlabs. 12:53 p.m. Chat message.
Thank you, I guess.
Heading level 2. Arbitrary. Heading level 2. Arbitrary detention is not the way. One of the U.S. Embassy's top diplomats in Beijing, Acting Deputy Chief of Mission William Klein, expressed his support for Kovrig and Spavor. The United States stands shoulder to shoulder with Canada in calling for the immediate release of their two citizens from arbitrary detention, Klein told reporters. The trial of Kovrig, pictured in this file image made from a March 28, 2018 video, is underway in China, according to Jim Nicol, Target Affair at the Embassy of Canada in China. More than 50 countries signed a declaration in February to condemn the arbitrary detention of foreign citizens for political purposes.
Well, yeah. You shouldn't be able to do that.
11:54 a.m., 12:04 p.m., 12:19 p.m. We are here to show solidarity. Arbitrary detention is not the way, another diplomat told Reuters, declining to be named as she was not authorized to speak on the record about the Canadians' trials.
Yeah.
12:55 p.m.
Most people probably aren't. Even if China was caught, they wouldn't give a shit. Exactly.
List one item.
That's the problem.
Bullet link. End of the list one item. Bullet link. End. The Canadian. Some diplomats took off their face masks as they posed for a group photo outside the court, with each shouting out which country they represented to help reporters identify them. The Canadian side had assembled a group of diplomats to point fingers and was wantonly interfering in China's judicial sovereignty, said Chinese Foreign Ministry spokeswoman Hu Chunying. In a statement issued Monday morning, Foreign Affairs Minister Mark Garneau said securing the release of Kovrig and Spavor is his top priority.
It doesn't seem like it, Mr. Garneau.
We are deeply troubled by the total lack of transparency surrounding these hearings and we continue to work towards an immediate end to their arbitrary detention, Garneau said. The eyes of the world are on these cases and proceedings and I want to thank our international partners for their continued support and solidarity. Garneau said, going forward, Canadian officials will continue to seek consular access to Kovrig and Spavor in accordance with international agreements on consular relations. You are currently...
So, a bunch of words that mean nothing. Okay, cool.
Nicol, Center, and William Klein, Target Affair of the U.S. Embassy in China, left, speak to media as they arrived to request entry to the closed trial for Kovrig on Monday in Beijing. The trial of Canadian Michael Kovrig, who has been held in China for more than 2 years on espionage charges, wrapped up in a closed Beijing. China arrested Kovrig.
Okay, and it just repeated its lips. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna hear the verdict at some point. And who wants to bet that it's gonna come out to be guilty? And that they're going to be forced to serve their sentence in China. This is just freaking ridiculous. Citizens should not be political pawns. At all. It drives me absolutely insane that we are still using citizens of countries as political pawns. And I just... Politics is so bullshit. I hate and love politics at the same time. Because I like to debate politics sometimes. I like to talk about politics, but I also hate politics and politicians because they're liars and disingenuous and never keep their word, and it's just a shit show. So on that note, my friends, we're going to end this stream, and I hope you guys enjoyed yourself. And thank you for ordering the mug there, Grillin' Pirate Pete. I hope you guys had a good weekend and will have a good rest of your Monday. Remember to check out the link tree in the description of the stream. You can find the merch there for the from the Teespring store to the blindpress.net store. You can also get the OnlyFans and all that stuff. And I hope you guys just have a great afternoon. Thank you for watching. Remember to come watch Beat the Blind Girl tomorrow, and I will see you then. Bye, guys.